Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Tarot Juice. In this one, we're going to be discussing the energy forecast for water signs from early to mid-July. So that's Cancer, that's Scorpio, that's Pisces, our emotional friends. And when I say emotional, I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I mean that you guys have an upper hand in understanding emotions, being sophisticated in the realm of emotions, and guiding every other person's emotional journey around you. Remember, you are natural born healers. This is what you're here to do. You're here to help us how to understand how our emotions move so that we can move through them, so that we can heighten them to the highest level possible. From the emotional spectrum and from the bottom, from shame, embarrassment, and guilt, all the way up to unconditional love and understanding and enlightenment. All right? So without further ado, let's see what we have to say for Cancers during Cancer season. This is it. This is your prime. You're really feeling it. You're feeling your emotions. You're feeling the nurturing. You're feeling very sensitive, but this is very good. It's really helping teach you how to, jump from one emotion to the other. It's very important here to always understand and realize how to do this. Okay. Yeah, I see a fight though. There's a lot of fighting happening, whether that be an inner struggle or whether that be outside of you. There's a lot of battles happening, and I'm gonna try to help you understand why this is. Okay, it's not entirely you. Remember, Cancers, you are emotional sponges before you become emotional radiators, if that makes sense. So what's happening is, because we're specifically in Cancer season, your emotional sponging is at an all around high, right? So what this is doing is it's really making you okay. So because other people and other signs don't really have a higher sense of emotions, what's happening is that they're being triggered. There are a lot of emotions that they're going through right now, and they don't know how to temper those waters like you do. So wherever you go, you have this natural need to nurture and to heal and to fix any situation that seems kind of no. And because of that, you tend to absorb the emotions of that situation rather than learning how to make it move forward, right? So because a lot of people are fighting and arguing and trying to be right and trying to do this and trying to do that, and no, listen to me, no, I want to be heard, it's very overwhelming to the brain. So what you're doing right now is saying, nah, that's happening, I'm going to shift this way. That's happening, I'm going to shift that way, right? And that's a very necessary thing to do, especially if you're not in a mode where you're ready to heighten a situation up with your own emotions, right? So you're learning to just step aside, being like, I'm going to focus on the beauty in life. I'm going to focus on what inspires me. I'm going to focus on what makes me maintain a positive outlook so that my emotions are in check, so that I can later on make sure other people's emotions are in check, right? So this is what's happening, is you're dropping your weapons, which is your words. You're dropping your words, you're dropping your swords, especially the ones that hurt and the ones that fight and the ones that battle. You're dropping those and you're focusing on the beauty in life. And you're learning to be an active healer, right? But in a sense where you're really tapping into your own passions and your own creation and your own journey this time around, right? You're as important as everyone else. Your emotions, especially your emotions, are as important as anybody else. But you can only realize this when you start to become your own warrior, when you start to become your own defender, when you start to really put up those healthy boundaries and fight with your own passion and your own inspiration and your own leadership skills. You have leadership in terms of that. You lead people through their emotional journeys. But now you're leading yourself through your own emotional journey, especially during this season. So really sit into that throne, really sit in that place, all right? You are a knight of your passion and your purpose right now. You really need to sit there. You really need to focus on that. It's ungrounding you a little bit. It's making you feel a little groundless and up in the skies and up in the, because it's just inflaming you. But you need to bring yourself down. Find proper ways to ground yourself, whether that be walking in nature and taking in the sun and re-energizing, getting in water. That would really help you a lot during the season if you have access to a body of water, whether that be a pool, a lake, river, whether that just be, sitting by a body of water rather than getting actually into it, whatever way, showers, salt baths, anything that works for you. But it's important that you use these rituals very consciously. Consider them rituals, not just fun time. You're getting into a body of water so you can connect with the water, you can flow with it, you can give it what you need to so that it can help you move things that need to move, so that things are no longer stuck, right? You're tapping into the energies of the water, which are just the most physical embodiment of our emotions, okay? So that you can move through your emotions, you can help them raise up to the higher frequencies, so that you can become a healer, so that you can become a radiator of the high frequencies to other people. And that is your biggest power, okay? Is to walk into a room and shift the emotional atmosphere almost instantly based on how you feel, because your emotions are so strong. So you need to always make sure you keep your emotions in check. And that can only happen if you focus on your journey and not anybody else's. So let people fight if they need to fight. Let them battle out what they need to battle out, but don't involve yourself and your energy into it, or it's going to drain you. Focus on your own journey right now and let things of the past die off. Let the triggers happen and fly with them. Let them move. Let them go away. This is the end of a lot of cycles for you and the beginning of new cycles if you choose it, right? So when triggers happen, it's your responsibility to see it as a blessing in disguise and an opportunity for growth rather than an opportunity to numb or distract it out. Don't overindulge in things to help you numb yourself. Really use the confrontation method here, which is when a trigger happens, when you feel a very intense emotion come up, sit with it, breathe through it, confront it with your thoughts, talk to it and say, thank you, I love you, I release you. Thank you for everything you've given to me. I extract the lesson here and I move on and forward. Remember, emotions, coded word for energy in motion. Let it move. Let it release from your body. Emotions are just as living as you are, just in another dimension. They vibrate on another dimension. So just let them move through. They can only move through if you intentionally allow them to. Remember, this is your home. This is all you. You decide what stays here, you decide what goes away. So when triggers happen, these emotions are just saying, hey, I'm still here, but I want to evolve to the next level. You're the only conscious user who can help me do that because I'm in your body. Are you going to help me do that, or are you going to relive me and project me out again, and then we're going to go through a whole cycle again? We don't want to do that anymore. We want to put things to rest and help them elevate forward. So just as a summary, from beginning to mid-July, you're going to be really putting your sword down, putting your weapons down, and you're going to be focusing on the beauty in life. And the beauty in life right now for you is focusing on your own emotional growth. So become your own fighter and your own defender rather than always trying to defend others and fix others. That is draining you. Once you fix yourself, once you heal yourself, once you put things to rest that need to be put to rest, then you can tend to other people and what they need from you to put to rest, right? But how can you help people understand the process of elevating their emotional frequency if you yourself are not elevating your own emotional frequency? So this is your biggest goal here. Let ideas, memories, patterns from the past die off so that you can transform, so that you can see life in a different way, see your emotions in a different way, like I described them. and become an active healer in your community, okay? This is the biggest thing for you, Cancer. Let's see what, if any, surrender card comes up for you. What do we need to surrender during this period? Here we are. Surrender to wonder and awe. I love that. So, like I said, you're putting your sword down so that you can focus on the beauty in life. And the beauty is really what's going to help inspire you. It's going to remind you of what you love. And we're going to remind you of who you really are. And you're going to be amazed and full of gratitude. And gratitude is the most healing attitude, okay? It just puts you in a place of thankfulness and appreciation. And it makes you realize that you already have everything you need. And that you are everything that you need. Not anybody else, not anyone else, but you, Cancer. Beautiful. All right, Cancer, away with you, beautiful healers. Let's see what we have in store for deep Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. You immediately see the scorpion's tail. I hope you're not stinging yourself too much. I hope you're being, wow, we just got a whole journey. I like that card. All right, so for Scorpio, I see you making career moves, very specifically career moves. So you're kind of like content with what's around you, but you're ready for new things. Like you're good. There's abundance around you. There are things around you, but you're looking for new stimulation. You're looking for growth. This is what's really what you're really focused on right now, early to mid-July. You recognize that a move is necessary, and that doesn't necessarily mean a physical move to somewhere else. It just means a different direction in what you're doing in terms of your career. Things are shifting around for you too. Love this journey. All right, this is the end of it. Wow. All right, so you can rest assured that something is going to open up for you by mid-July. But let's go through the journey. So, like I said, things aren't working out for you the way you really want to right now. Not to say that it's not good things that are happening, but it's like, no. You know there's something else out there that's looming. You're just waiting to see it come up. But just the fact that you're ready for something new, that you're ready for a move, means that the move is coming, right? Anything that we vibrate ourselves toward to will come to us too. This is the law of attraction. So I want something new. I am the new thing. It's coming. You just have to wait for that to happen. So instead of thinking about maybe feeling like something isn't going to come, that's a waste of your energy, okay? You have to focus on the certainty that something is coming, right? The tables are turning in a positive way. So always make sure you see that. Anything that comes to a close, this is the circle of life. Anything that comes to a close, comes to full circle, we've heard this term before, is necessary so that we can move on to a new circle. And start a new circle, start a new journey. And right now you're starting a very positive new journey if you believe that it's positive, right? So, now that you've had the idea to move and shift your career, the most important thing is to maintain a steady discipline and a steady self-discipline here. Not anyone else lifting you up or keeping you up, but you yourself keeping you up. I feel a lot of doubt right now. I feel a lot of just do things that serve you and your inner fire and your inner motivation, okay? Don't recede back into your own mind and your own head and start making assumptions and start going by these assumptions and believing in them and believing how you feel about them. No, let things move. Constantly feed yourself new forms of inspiration, whether that be maybe a book, maybe read a book. There's a book. I'm getting book. I am. That's the first thing that came to my mind. So if there are any books that right now that you're being led to read, or that's something that someone recommended you, something that you just found, something you're intrigued in reading, maybe a new concept, a new field of study, read it. There's something there for you that's going to help trigger something in you to help you move forward and help you be inspired, okay? But it's going to feed you what you need right now. So I'm really getting putting things in your body, whether that be new knowledge, whether that be wisdom, whether that be higher vibrational foods, drinking water. You have to start working on that physical body. That's your main form of preparation right now for everything that's going to come for you, is to make sure that you're in a balanced state of being that is self-motivated and intrigued and inspired and ready to live every day, rather than feeling like there's nothing there for me, there's no reason to do anything, I'm bored. It's like, no, make sure you're on that high wavelength of, no, I'm waking up every day for myself. I'm waking up every day for me, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep moving forward, because I know that this is my purpose and my journey and no one else's, and it's up to me to keep things high and up. And this is really going to help bring in more vulnerable connections based on truth with other people, right? And it's in these moments of vulnerability where we share with other people without fear of judgment that we're going to discover new things about ourselves. We're going to discover the common things that we have with other people, and it's going to help us feel more relatable, feel more related to. It's going to inspire us to go into our community and share more of ourselves, and that's what's going to open up the doors of opportunity for you. But you have to keep trusting that you are relatable, that there is so much about you that's worth being shared to other people. So don't hold it all into yourself, okay? Things are shifting for you, career-wise, physical-wise. Doors are opening for you. And it's the moment that you tap into your vulnerability and you start seeing your vulnerability and your emotions as a strength. It's going to help you connect to other people's emotions. You're going to learn to elevate yourselves up. You're going to focus on the right people to share your emotions with, rather than just anybody. You intuitively will know who is there to hear what from you, and to hear the necessary things, especially when it comes to sharing what you really love, what you really enjoy doing. And that's going to bring about more of those people who enjoy and love what you're doing too. And it's going to build opportunities and connections, and things will definitely open up for you, okay? You'll focus on throat chakra healing. So the throat chakra is the chakra of truth, the chakra that we use to speak our truth, and to always focus on speaking what our soul wants to say rather than what our brain is used to saying. And that's just trusting the intuitive levels a little more. And that's really going to open up the doors for you, okay, Scorpio? So you're ready for change. Change is coming. Change is coming in a very drastic way. You have to learn how to become self-motivated and to maintain that self-motivation, and to wake up every day feeling like there's something to do, rather than I'm just going to sit here and constantly wonder about what to do and procrastinate. It's like, no, I'm going to just cut all of that and say there is something to do, and I'm going to get up, and that something to do is going to present itself to me. And most of what you have to do right now is connect with other people in a genuine way. Connect, share joy, share love, share bond with people, connect with people. Go out for coffee, go out for a drink. Get on that level of one-to-one interaction where you can really get to the depth of somebody and bring out their goodness, to bring out your own goodness, and the doors will open, okay? Let's see if there's something that you gotta surrender here. I'm getting surrender fear already in my own mind. So just remember that fear is a control frequency. Fear keeps you away from doing what you need to do, because fear is convincing you that you are less powerful than you actually are, when there's nothing to fear in life. Absolutely nothing to fear in life. You are alive because you are worth being alive, and everything is in your capacity. So surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, see it for exactly as what it is. Okay, so that's the first surrender. And then surrender to the magic of who you are. You really have to start seeing yourself as something that is a lot more elevated than perhaps how you're seeing yourself, right? Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. Like literally, you are existing because God thought you important enough to exist right now. The creative energy manifested you in the physical because you have something here to do and deliver. So it's just always important to sit in that frequency and remember that. Don't lose sight of that, okay? Your purpose is existing. It's not doing something entirely specific. It's existing and sharing your magic with other people. All right, Scorpio? Thank you, Scorpio. Pisces, dreamers, fantasizers. You bring in the most beautiful visuals and images that we can ever look forward to experiencing, and then you have the magic of bringing those visuals to reality. I love this. I love this, Pisces. You're really sitting in your mastery here. So what's happening immediately is, so we got the 9 of Wands. That is true mastery, okay? That is mastery. And we're talking about self-mastery. We're talking about really learning how to listen to the intuition, because we understand that the intuition is our main form of navigation. It's our inner compass. So things are almost there. And it might feel like there are a lot of things in our way, but it's just the final test of seeing this through until you get to where you need to go. A project is really coming to fruition here. If you can just push through, and you are pushing through, you can just push through, keep going, keep moving forward. Understand that when dark moments happen, it's just triggers happening for your growth, for your benefit. So move through this forest of darkness as with you as the light. You are the light. You bring awareness, you bring knowledge into the space so that things can move. You always have to remember to make sure to remind yourself that the messages you're receiving are the right ones. Once we tune into doubt, doubt is the mind killer. Doubt is your only obstacle here, okay? Everything else is working. Doubt is your only obstacle. So whenever doubt comes up, this is your opportunity to finally put that doubt to rest. So that you are no longer struggling with yourself, but you're building up with yourself, okay? You're brimming with life, brimming with energy. Everything around you is brimming with energy. Maybe you don't see that because of the doubt. All right? And that's why the high priestess comes to you. And that's why you yourself are becoming a high priest as well. You're receiving the higher intuitive messages. You're becoming a channel for the higher dimensions to speak through you and to work through you. And this is bringing a lot of fertility into your life, a lot of growth with new projects, with projects that have been, that are now becoming and upgrading to another level. The moon is completely on your side here, which is your card, Pisces. So rest assured, you're really sitting in your power, but it's up to you to grab this fertility by the horns and to really go with it, right? You are the proactive member here. You really need to lead by the example of your energy here during this month of July. Beautiful. So once you put doubt away, you're going to be so much more comfortable in your own body. And once you're comfortable in your own body, you're going to realize that life is a playground. Once you realize that life is a playground, you're going to start dancing, you're going to start having fun, and curious, and you're going to satisfy your curiosities, and that's going to send you to the next curiosity, and that's going to bring so much growth into your life, Pisces. And you're really gonna help merge the fantasy with the reality, right? Because really, when we fantasize, one can see it as a form of escapism, or one can use it as motivation and use it as fuel, use it as inspiration to fuel current projects, to bring in new ways of seeing things, to bring in the magic. so that other people can be inspired by that magic, to approach things in a different way, in your own way, in your unique way. And that's what's going to inspire other people's uniqueness to come out, okay? You're really sitting with your individuality here. You're really understanding the merge of your masculine and your feminine energy together. Again, as a reminder, you are both masculine and feminine, not one or the other. You are not waiting for someone in life to complete you. That is a big and utter illusion. No one in life is here to complete you. You are here to complete yourself within yourself. You are learning to merge the intuitive feminine, which is the imaginatory self, the visual self, the creative, inspirational self, the observer. You're learning to merge that now and to understand that when that moment happens, when you reach its full, you use that potential energy to fuse your passion projects and your creativity as a masculine force of proactivity. So the feminine builds your potential energy, and then you transfer that energy to the masculine and make it move. You create it. You make it tangible. This is really the creative force of the universe. Its underlying energy is feminine. It's the darkness, it's the potential, it's the void, it's the infinite possibility of everything. And then the creative self decides what it is that it wants to project out, and it creates it as a proactive creative energy. So you're really learning to sit within these two realms, and you're learning when it's good to be inspired and when it's good to be actively creative, right? So yeah, this is a beautiful journey of finally sitting with your creation and letting the creations come out and pour out of you, right? And it's the perfect season to do it, right? The summer season, the fire is lit. Everyone's inner sun is being very energized by the outer sun. So it's very important here to maintain this. You are pushing through, something is really coming to fruition. Those little darknesses that are the darknesses of doubt are your only obstacle here that you need to push through. It's going to help you realize how individual and how independent you are as an energy, and it's going to inspire other people's independence to come out. And perhaps that's going to cause more genuine connections to appear in your life and to happen in your life. And from those genuine connections, you will be more aware of your own divinity. So you're really sitting in your prime here, Pisces. So keep trusting that. Keep trusting that. Let's see if there's a surrender card for you, dear Pisces. I'm only going to shuffle this a few more times. All right, we got one. Surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. I love that. So you've put in all of that masculine work. You've put in all of that energy, all of that fuel. The momentum is moving forward. It's good to know when to sit in the feminine and to let the universe pull its strings for you. So it's and I'm really putting this on you now, okay? It's really up to you to know when to surrender to spirit and when to be the proactive spirit, right? In whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So you've done the masculine work of proactivity and achieving your tasks and really applying yourself head on. Now enjoy the workings of that and really be a creative force and bring out that creativity in others by just being yourself and being present fully within your own power and your own magic. Okay, Pisces. So this is what I have for all of you from beginning to mid-July. Thank you for tuning in once again. We will be coming up with some new episodes as well. So be on the lookout for all of this. And we'll see you once again mid-July to see what's in store for you from mid to late July. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great beginning of the summer and just shine forth.